Anybody there? Hello? Oh, I'm dead.
I heard more up this hill.
I see him. Reloading.
I gotta reload. Oh, I'm dead. There's one behind, to your right somewhere.
Right.
Oh, dude.
Come back behind the rock. I see him. Down him, dead. Hello everyone, hopefully everyone's having a great day. For today's video, we're playing some Gray Zone Warfare. Before we get on with the video, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't enjoy the game. That's you guys can leave the comments down below, some rageful comments down below, or whatever you guys want to say. Yeah, I just didn't enjoy the game, man, and that's just me being honest. It wasn't because of the optimization issues, it's just the gameplay, some of the gameplay stuff, and I mean, I'll still play it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I spent $34.99, it's like, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna play it. My whole entire thing is just the gameplay for me is just it just wasn't there. It's like, I had a roast, man, and a roast has carrots, celery, potatoes, onion, or I don't even, yeah, it has onions, and then the soup and the meat. It basically, all we got right now is the soup, and that's just me being honest. So, and also before we continue with the video, if you guys could do us a favor, leave a like and subscribe, and also a comment down below. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about it. Alright, so let's go ahead. I guess we'll start with, yeah, for me, it was the gameplay mainly, but just to get into what this game is basically supposed to be a tactical military extraction shooter created by Madfinger Games, which is a mobile developer of mobile games, so this is their first entry into the gaming space. Kudos to them. It was about time, because I know that studio's been around for quite a while, probably since like 2005, 2000 something. I can't really give you an answer for that, because I remember they were making like these zombie like mobile games where you shoot zombies and do certain tasks and stuff. And anyway, that's mobile games, and so now they're here. So as I said, seeking to be a tactical military extraction shooter, in which it is 100%. It does deliver on that half of it. It does stay uniquely to the genre, 100%. And like I said, it was mainly for me the gameplay stuff, mainly the gameplay part of it. So for me, what ruined the game was, like I said, the gameplay portion. I just did not enjoy the gameplay loop. The reason for that is just because you're going in, you're doing a mission, and then you're leaving. That's pretty much essentially what the current gameplay loop is like right now. And also, like I said, we can't really. We'll get into the pricing a little bit later, but for right now, I'm just gonna talk about the main part that irritates me about the game, which, like I said, is the gameplay portion. So, gameplay loop, the looting was just terrible. If you're a loot goblin, man, you jump into this game, like, you're not gonna enjoy this. That's just me being honest, because for me, anyway, I'm a loot goblin. I like to hoard loot. That's just my thing. So when I go into places, I'm looting every single thing, and then I'm leaving, and that's just kind of not here, I guess, because how I look at it is an extraction shooter, right? The whole entire point of it is you're supposed to loot, grab what you need for missions, and then get out pretty much. But then you can also get added items, so that way you can make a little bit more progression on top of what you're doing now. And that's not what this game offers at all. Zero. Because when I go into a building, I'm looting. It might just be because I'm in the starting town and I haven't really gone into the higher tiered quests. But from my experience, even going to the little town, the first starting town near whatever faction you join, I mean, there should be loot in pretty much in every building and in every single, like, if you're putting cabinets, you're putting dresser drawers, you're putting down anything, realistically, there's going to be something fucking in it, whether if it's a value or not. And that's the stuff they need to add. Like, there needs to be loot. That's the main point of playing an extraction shooter, is for the loot, to extract with it and then make some type of gains out of it. And in this, I just did not feel that at all whatsoever. And that's kind of what started ruining. That's like one of the things that really ruined it for me, that I didn't enjoy. Another part of it I didn't really enjoy was the AI. The AI is one of the other huger things for me, because this is also a PvP style type shooter as well too. The AI kind of were just stupid in this clip that you guys are watching, man. It's like they just acted stupid, and I don't really understand it. AI is one of the harder things to get right, but when it is right, it makes the game more entertaining and it makes me want to feel more engaged. And so for that, I just did not feel that here. For whatever reason, I just didn't. Even though I was fighting AI, another thing too, they're spongy as fuck. Real life, I'm shooting them in the body and they have no body armor. 2 shots, you're fucking dead in the body. 100%. Especially if you're hitting vital organs. So, that's one thing. The good thing about it is at least you can one-tap them in the head. Like, that's probably a good thing. But other than that, you don't hit them in the head and you're going for body shots. It's going to take you either the whole mag, or it's taking you half the mag. And that's something I just did not enjoy at all. And if you're going for a military, like I said, military tactical extraction shooter, the tacticality of it has to be realistic as well, and it has to make sense. And I haven't gotten to a PvP engagement, so whenever that happens, I can't really judge it on the PvP style of it. So for this video, we're focused on the PvE portion right now, and current thoughts of what they can fix and what they need to do, more or less, to get it right. So definitely they need to add more loot. Looting needs to be improved tremendously. AI needs to get improved. I know that's going to take time. That's going to take at least a year and a half. So I can't really harp on them enough for that. But if you guys fix the AI, it's going to make them a little bit more engaging and make them act more realistically. I mean, definitely something. That's definitely something. So I just don't like the gameplay loop, and I didn't like how the AI are. I just thought they were a little, not aimbody, but very random. They weren't very predictable, and they're very spongy. So those are the things I did not enjoy about the game. Now the rest of it, as the anime, they have really good animations, good player models. So those things, for me, those are minor, because it doesn't really, like, what's the word for it? It's not really a major part for me. Like, a major part. Like, for me, it has to be the game has to be engaging. There has to be, the gameplay loop has to make sense. And for this, the gameplay didn't like, it makes sense, but then it, like, just doesn't have loot. And that's, like, one of the major things for an extraction shooter. It has to have loot. There has to be some type of progression, because you're looting stuff, you're bringing it back, you're risking your whole entire life to bring all these items back, so that way you can progress in whatever you're trying to progress into. And that's one of the things that Tarkov does offer, that there's things to do to help you progress, and you can do this in any way or form. This game is very limited in that fashion. So yeah, so definitely gameplay, and yeah, the gameplay just kind of ruined it for me. And then on top of the sponginess of the AI and stuff, that stuff definitely ruined it for me. Everything else was pretty solid. I didn't really have any optimization issues. When I first played, like, did a couple missions, it was laggy going into the helicopter for the first couple times. After that, it fixed itself. So optimization issues, I didn't really face that very often, and if I did, because I was playing on everything on Epic. I have an AMD 7800 XT. I was playing on everything on Epic, and everything was fine. And I'm playing on DDR4, so I didn't really have any glaring issues like other people were having, so I didn't have those issues. But other than that, oh yeah, and then another thing too is guns. There wasn't a whole lot of guns. I guess that was another thing I was going to bring up.
This would not be possible.
So, as of right now, all I've seen is maybe 9 guns in the game total. And for me, like, there has to be a lot of guns, man. Like, there has to be a lot of options and weapons to use. Because games like Incursion Red River, Ready or Not, even Escape from Tarkov, and even Arena Breakout Infinite, which is supposed to be coming out, or already out as I'm recording this, I have been playing, but that's for a different video. But even Arena Breakout, a free-to-play extraction shooter, they have all these things. They have customization for weapons. So, like, there's gear customization 100%, but there's no weapon customization. So we're very limited on what tools we're allowed to use, if that makes sense. So there's not a lot of gun customization, and then, I mean, there's like basic. It's very super basic. And that's like another thing that irritates me. I mean, they should have waited 6 months. I watched the Big Fry video, 6 months. If you guys gave this milked it out for 6 months, optimization, you guys wouldn't be having to put out fires left and right. But this is where we're at. And there was a little bit of drama surrounding it, where it was creators versus the consumer, and the consumer was like, "Oh, at least you got to play the fucking game." Well, fuck you guys. You guys are the ones making these companies are forcing them to make this decision. We're not, like, you know, at the end of the day, they're only one voice. We're like millions of voices. So the reason why it releases in this fashion is because of you guys, the consumer. And I hate to say that. That's, you know, even me as a consumer, it's like, I didn't say shit. You know? So we are the reason why games are failing the way they are, because we want to sit here and fucking complain. And this is where we're at. So we're going to keep getting shitty games until everyone can shut the fuck up and get the fuck over it. It's like, dude, wait for the fucking game to come out, let them cook. And that's like the problem we're facing in gaming. This is like the hugest problem in the indie space, is because we don't know how to shut the fuck up. So with that being said, we're the reason why the game has failed. We are 100% why this game possibly will and will not fail. It just kind of really depends, because right now, how I look at it is, been keeping track of the Discord, and they're putting out fires left and right. Optimization all the way to like certain gameplay. There's people like, I can't even play the fucking game. Man, like, these are the issues they have to focus on. If they just waited the 6 months and we just disregarded the consumer base just until the game came out, this game would be in a way better state than it's currently released in. And this is just honesty. And like why AAA titles don't have this problem is because they don't listen to their consumer base. I hate to say it, but like it's like there's certain things that can be said, and then there's certain things that don't need to be said. And at the end of the day, when it comes to the AAA space, they're more like a corporation, so they don't really have to listen to shit. They just do whatever the fuck they want, and us idiots, we buy it. That's basically how it is. With these indie developers, they have these small teams, and they have to listen to every single piece of feedback they get, and they have to work around according to the feedback, so that way they're appeasing not only the consumer, but also appeasing the consumer and themselves as well too, so that way their workload isn't so tough. So with that being said, we ruin the game. At the end of the day, like, we're going to be the ones ruining it, because now we're the ones that are going to have to sit here. We're going to have to wait for update after update after update. And on top of it being in early access right now, for me, they should have waited 6 months. Here we are. And then we would have been here. We wouldn't have all these issues. There'd be a lot of more features than there are now. There's so much stuff they have to work on now, and they're going to have to work double time on it if they want the game to keep thriving. From my understanding, a lot of people are enjoying the game. For me anyway, I just haven't really been enjoying it. I mean, I played 14 hours of it. Yeah, that might not be enough hours, but within the first, like, maybe 5 hours, that's where you can see where the game's coming up short, 100%. Other than that, if you guys did like my comments, or did not like my comments, you guys can leave a comment down below on that. like I said, at the end of the day, like, we're the ones with we're millions of voices, and they're only one voice, and they have to listen to us, whether they like it or not. And with there's a lot of what's the word for it? A lot of biased opinions, 100%. So when it comes to them, they have to select certain like things to work on, so that way they can at least have a middle ground with us as the consumer. And that's kind of where we're at. Like I said, if you guys did or did not like my comments, leave a comment down below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe. We are looking to get 300 subscribers, hopefully by this month, or if not the end, hopefully by next month, hopefully. But with that being said, if you guys can do us a favor, like I said, leave that like and subscribe, and then I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.